And we are live somewhere. We want you to guess where.
There's a really beautiful large building. I'll give you that as a hint. Where is this?
Because we don't know. So we were hoping you could tell us.
We don't know where we are. Somebody please help. Please help and tell us where we are. It's a lovely night.
Yep.
It's a great night to get mugged.
Yep.
Just kidding.
There's people there by the front. Is that homeless people?
I don't know.
Yeah. Might be a little bit shady here.
We'll just take this outer path around.
Okay.
Sure is pretty.
Yet. Some really pretty buildings surrounding it. Look, it has an Indian with a arrow, bow and arrow at the top. Woo. Pretty cool. And it has a Craig at the bottom.
Ah. Let me show you.
Somebody already guessed it.
Somebody guessed it? Who is this?
I think it was Sam.
Out and about with Sam.
Topeka. You guessed it.
You got it, Sam. Good job. Rebecca says, hi, everyone. I'm on my phone. You know how hard it is to tag people. Oh, don't I? Well, welcome in, Miss Rebecca. We finally made it after living in Kansas for just 2 years. We finally made it to see the Capitol. We've seen it from the freeway driving by, but we've never actually come up close to it.
So there's a guy in uniform. I predicted that that's Eisenhower.
Let's see if Karina is correct, if this is Eisenhower. Isn't that a lovely Capitol building? It's very pretty.
Yep, that's the man.
Look, everybody. It's Dwight D. and the place to be. The man, the myth, the legend. Who's he shaking his fist at? And you know, there's a beautiful church right there, but unfortunately, it's behind the trees. Should we walk over?
Yeah.
Hope the grass isn't too wet from the sprinklers. Yeah, we want to show you guys our Capitol building here in Missouri is getting renovated. Oh, interesting. I want to show you guys this church because it is absolutely gorgeous.
Wow, look at that stained glass. It's pretty.
Where is, I'm trying to remember from my school days where Missouri's capital is. Is it Springfield? That's what popped into my head.
It's Missouri City. Everybody knows that.
It's not St. Louis, is it? Look at this gorgeous church. Isn't that pretty? See if I can zoom in on that window.
Oh, I see some pretty fountains this way. So we gotta make our way this way.
And everybody please pray for our safety because we hear that Topeka is a bit of a shady place at night.
Yeah. There's the Dillon house. That's where Mr. Dillon used to live.
Rebecca says the capital of Missouri is in Jefferson City. That's it. About 46 or 45 minutes from my house.
I forgot everything.
I know. Can you believe at one time I could say all the capitals? I think I was forced to when I was in the, I don't know, 4th or 5th grade.
You should zoom into the Indian at the top of the Capitol now.
Oh, yeah. So look at this side of the building. Isn't that pretty? And let's see if we can see the Indian. There's an Indian shooting a bow and arrow. There, yeah, you can see him. He's shooting at the moon, I think. My camera doesn't want to stay focused.
What did the moon ever do to him?
It's Eric from guess where?
Missouri.
It's Eric from Missouri. Just kidding. Eric says, just be a little louder and crazier than everyone who approaches you. I'm there too at my folks' place.
Oh.
Well, hey, you should come out and see the Capitol with us. It's a nice night.
Which direction are you? We'll wave in that general direction.
Yeah, you should come and pop in on our live. That would be fun. Look at that.
There's a bat up there.
A bat?
Yeah, it was flying around the
Oh.
top. It's gone now, though.
Pretty building. This would be the west side, I believe.
West side.
The Indians shooting toward the north, if my directions are correct.
He's shooting the North Star.
Shireen says he's shooting the North Star.
As legend would have it.
Do you want to go in this way or out,
I
outside?
want to go to the fountains over
Oh,
there.
she sees some fountains. What does it say? State of Kansas Docking State of Office Building. Honoring history, building for the future. Eric says, I'm just crashing. Hello. I got to head back in the morning for an appointment. Well, that's no fun. Why you got to do adult stuff?
That's not what we're doing. This was the on-the-fly trip. We just went to town, dropped off the dog with Mom, and then headed out. We decided, oh, let's go on a trip. We don't have the dog.
And we were originally going to Lawrence because our favorite Hawaiian restaurant's there. We're like, let's go to Lawrence and get some Hawaiian food. And then one thing led to another, and we ate dinner in Manhattan instead at a lovely Japanese place.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
And we had a really cute little Japanese waitress.
Yep. Named Cindy or something.
Yeah.
She was cute.
Like, she had a total accent, like heavy accent, but her name was Cindy.
Yeah. Eric says, I came up for appointments that aren't even mine. Sounds like the life. Well, it is for the moment.
Let's run.
But of course
what are you gonna get?
At some point we'll run out of money and be out on the streets, but we're having a good time for now. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh, got to show them the view from here. Isn't that lovely? Let's look at that Indian once again.
We gotta keep her moving
Shooting
because
his bow and
I don't
arrow.
wanna leave the car alone too long.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got to make this a quick live because we're not sure if we can park where we parked. There were meters, but you know how in most towns the meters will say like free after 6 p.m. or something. These meters don't say anything.
Well, that's kind of par for the course for Kansas.
Yeah, that's
Kansas doesn't give you information.
very
Just
typical
you have
Kansas.
to know.
We call Kansas a low information state. They don't want to tell you how anything works. Like literally in Kansas, you'll see like ads in the paper saying, come celebrate, Billy Joe's retirement. It's at 5 p.m. on Saturday.
At the old Smith house.
No, it won't tell you where it is. It'll just say like the time and what it is. And we're like, well, where is this at? Or vice versa. It'll tell you where, but they won't tell you when. Eric says, that's no joke. Especially, I think I don't know how it is in the cities, but it's definitely like that in the rural areas. People like just expect you to know stuff. People will say, oh, how come you didn't go to that big town festivity? And we're like, we didn't know about any town festivities.
So
well, they do this every year.
we were headed towards Lawrence, which was the capital of, I think, or maybe I'm wrong. Was it a different one? That was the capital of the people for the South during the Civil War or before the Civil War. And then Topeka was the capital for the anti-slave people. So we ended up in the anti-slavery city, so that's good.
Yeah. This is good. Eric says, Kansas is the IYKYK. Oh, Kansas is like IYKYK. If you don't know, how dare you?
Yeah.
If you know, you know. I think is what that stands for, right? But you know, somebody should pass the information along to newbies like us who aren't from here. People should say, oh, you might not know about this, but...
No, because then you're inhibiting the second law of Kansas, which is the customer is always wrong.
That's true too. Eric says correct. We don't have all negative opinions about Kansas, by the way.
No, we still like you guys' sky.
Yeah, no, Kansas has a lot of good things going for it too. One good thing is the lack of people. Oh. There's somebody taking a nap there, so we will go around. I just wanted to show you all these beautiful fountains. Isn't that pretty? Eric says, that's true. Customer is always wrong. Ooh, look at this lovely scene.
Oh yeah, take a shot with the background.
Here, take this. Let me do
Okay.
a picture with you.
Alright. Well, that's a pretty shot right there. Hey, Gina, get in front of it. What? Get in front of it. Okay, you go there now. We need Ardino in front of the fountain. Hurry now.
Hurry now.
Okay, I can take a screenshot later.
Well, let me do a little quick short thing and get back.
Oh no. Evan McCabe is giving bad jokes. Okay. Alright, we'll see if we can make our way back without getting accosted.
There's a homeless dude sleeping down here. Well, he's not sleeping. He wants to chat, actually, but we're not really up for a conversation right now.
Do you have any good dad jokes for us?
I'm not the only one.
He's not the only one, guys.
Remember that. I'm not the only one.
What is he not the only one of?
Is that the only homeless one?
I don't know.
I don't know. He might be on drugs and not making any sense.
Okay, let's cross back over right here.
So do you know any good dad jokes to add to the party mix?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
What
here
was
we
the
go.
one we just heard the other night? Yeah, I'm blanking out on it. I don't. Did we just go? Are they gonna stop?
I don't know. Turned on the warning lights, but they don't want to stop. This is Kansas. They don't stop. Oh, well, they did when they saw the cop.
Yeah. That's why I don't just push the button and walk, because in Kansas they don't always stop.
Yeah.
In fact, we've kind of noticed that about Kansas. Hold on a sec. This next picture.
We'll let him catch up so we can do a hurried tour of the Capitol. Kansas City, Missouri.
There's not very many homeless people in Kansas,
But the ones that are
the ones that are
allowed.
here make up for it. That guy's cussing us out now, and he's I think he's trying to summon down curses from God.
Well, let's pray for him.
Look at this view right here.
Let's pray for him, Gina. Come on, let's move it along as we're doing it. There's some other people that are looking at us. Let's not be like your parents.
You don't want to get mugged in the car?
No, I don't. Let's move it along, Gina, please. Here.
All right. Lord, we pray for this guy that's homeless, living outside the Capitol. We pray that you'll reach him and send him the help he needs to get better. And we pray that no harm will come to him. And just help him find you, most importantly. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. So it'd probably be good if we went around this block here.
Why?
And then came back because those two dudes are watching us. So I don't know if they making plans.
Making plans to mug us?
Yeah.
I would think they wouldn't mug people at the Capitol, but you never know, because usually these places have some sort of security. But who knows?
Well, we're not that interesting, so they don't have any cause to be standing there staring at us.
There's a cool building we get to see too, whatever this is.
Yeah.
I bet this is part of the government buildings.
Oh, look at the cannon.
No,
We're
cool.
actually in Topeka. I don't know if you're in Kansas City, Evan, or not.
Who's in here?
Evan McCabe.
Oh, hey, that's a new guy, right?
He was telling
think we've seen
the
Evan before.
dad joke, so that's why I was asking if you had anything to add.
Was he in one of our things before?
I think he was.
Oh, okay. I got it. I got the dad joke.
Okay.
What do you call a hippie's wife? So some lady's married to a hippie. What do you call her? Are we gonna give them a second to see if they get it, or are we just gonna?
Yeah, let's give him a second.
Maybe somebody's heard this one. Oh my goodness, I can still hear that guy.
Is he
He's got a
following
loud
us?
voice. No, he ain't going.
Okay.
Ooh, authentic Mediterranean. Looks like a lovely place.
Ooh, Olive Cafe, y'all.
Oh, this is lovely. Look, there's little statues.
There's a frozen homeless guy there. Oh, there's a little train. Well, a huge train.
A huge miniature train. Who's this guy?
That's the same guy that was by the fountain. Bless you. He's on top of a miniature train set.
Oh yeah. You see, it's got the Capitol building on there.
Oh.
On the far side.
Huh.
Little miniature Capitol. Yeah, look at this. This is neat. DNSF.
Pretty cool. And then there's giant train wheels that you can sit on. Made benches out of.
Very cool. This is pretty down here, downtown
Yeah.
Topeka. We've never been here.
Oh, hey, you were reading off the different restaurants in Topeka and you read off the pennant. There's the pennant.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a neat memorial here. Let's see what this says. Harry Colmery, distinguished Topeka author of the GI Bill. Okay. When you come into Topeka, they say the home of this guy, the home of Harry Colmery, and I didn't know who it was. He's the author of the GI Bill. Now we know. So that's how everybody could get houses.
Cool. Oh, that's a really cool place.
Yeah.
Does that have like a little bowling alley in there? Yeah.
Oh, we should have eaten here.
I didn't
we
know
could have
it.
bowled.
I didn't know it had a tiny bowling alley. That's awesome.
Oh, he says Kansas City, Kansas.
And I want everybody to know that if you dine at the Pennant, you will be safe because all criminals will leave their guns. They'll leave their guns outside the restaurant.
Yep.
Because one thing I know is when a criminal sees a no gun sign, they're like, oh,
When he
I can't
sees
go in
any
here.
sign to say obey the law,
Yeah,
he obeys.
Criminals are known for obeying the law. So, yeah, if you have a problem with criminals, just put up some signs and you'll have no problems.
So because of Kansas, everybody in the military can get a good deal on a new house.
Nice. What language is that?
And-
Naskabo,
Greek?
Napakamo.
Is that Greek?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's all Greek to me. I just found out the most awesomest thing about Kansas.
The most awesomest?
Yeah, and it's the birthplace of Cinnabon.
Oh, yeah. Yes, please. Oh, look, there you go. You can see the Capitol right down this
Yeah.
little street.
Capital, capital, capital.
Let me see if I can get the photograph. Fancy
Eric
picture.
says, is it?
Is it what?
The most awesomest thing about Kansas?
Well, you tell me something more awesome
Yeah.
than that, Eric.
Yeah,
Eric from
I
Kansas.
challenge you. I'm thumbs up number 2. All right, Vandal. Says Vandal the land. Are you from Topeka?
I love it. I love that name. Vandal the Land. That's a great one.
Look, here's a giant pencil. It says, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Because we all know that Home on the Range is the Kansas state song, and it was developed here by Higley Brewster or something like that.
Yeah. They gotta sing that for a little video.
Oh man, let's watch Craig sing.
All right, here we go. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play.
Doo-doo.
Where seldom is heard
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
a discouraging word.
Doo-ding.
And the
Skies are not cloudy all day.
Black and white number 2.
I like the ending.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Look for that short coming soon.
Eric said, no, I mean, I didn't know it was the birthplace of Cinnabon. He was like, is that really the coolest thing about kids? No.
That's cool, whatever that
Vandal
is. Vandal the Land.
then says, everyone does. Love that name. The Higley Brewster. It's the birthplace of Pizza Hut too, isn't it? You are correct, sir.
You are
And
correct,
I
sir.
think White Castle as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay.
Yeah, I think White Castle's from here. Pretty sure. And those chocolates. What are the chocolates? Russell Stover.
Yeah, they're not
Ah!
the Russell
You crushed
Stover.
my dreams!
Russell Stover, the
Look
man.
at this. How pretty is this? Like
Russell
7 out of
Stover
10?
is the man, and he was born here in Kansas, but he took his outfit to Denver, I believe.
Was it a nice outfit?
Oh yeah, it was smashing.
Yeah,
Eric
we know.
says it is the birthplace of basketball at KU, I
What?
think. That's right, Jayhawks.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk, JU.
I didn't know much about KU except that I used to work with this old pharmacist who went to
It
school.
sounds like you were gonna say an old fart. This old pharmacist.
He used to go to KU and he really wanted me to go there too, but I crushed his dreams and didn't go there.
She's good at that. Crushing the dreams of others. Hey, look, there's another fella up here.
Eric said, "Pfft, Russell Stover, shaking my head, traitor."
Who's this fella?
Oh
Oh,
no.
this is McKinley Langford Burnett.
Oh no.
What?
It's the worst. The worst showed up.
Is it fake Nashville?
Yes.
Oh,
Fake
no.
Nashville's here.
No.
Vandal said plaid with red
Shut her
boots,
down.
the best outfit he took to Denver.
Oh, I like that. Sounds like a smashing outfit. So this dude was the president, Topeka, Kansas branch of National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. This fella. His name is McKinley Langford Burnett.
Nice. Oh no, it's the second worst person.
Lazy?
Yeah. It's funny how you get it. Like, I know it's the worst person. I know it's
How
the
come
second
you guys
worst.
always show up like around the same time too? You guys
They're
Is
really,
this like a what you call a coordinated attack?
they're really
Here,
the
let's cross
same person.
I knew it.
I can still see our car. That's good news.
They haven't towed our car.
Yeah.
They
Well, I
probably
mean,
just-
I was kind of concerned about like vandals. Vandal
You
the
wanna
land.
Go around one more block or no? We
Nah.
Okay. Well, we gotta. Well, I guess there's a little bit of space to walk behind the cones.
Okay. Behind the cones.
We're
Behind the
doing
cones.
a little spur of the moment late night tour of Topeka. And for those that are just joining, we're just about back to the Capitol building, so you're gonna see the Capitol building again.
So Jason says, "Oh no, not the kiddos out and about again.
And that's why
They let us out again."
That's why we actually love Jesse, because he calls us kiddos. Even though I'm 55 now, apparently.
Yeah, at least 55 by the looks of it.
Yeah, I got asked if I was 55 to see if I could get the senior discount.
Peterson says, "Greatest minds think alike."
Well, then what are you guys all doing here? You know, I tease. Art gallery.
What is going
The
on
vintage-
here?
It's a skeleton killing another skeleton, it looks like.
It's a dentist, a skeleton dentist.
Did you see the little fox?
He's got a pair of pliers and he's taking out this other skeleton's teeth. And there's cute little fox. That makes me sad that
I
it's
know.
dead. Oh, there's another one. This is a disheartening, very disheartening. Ooh.
It's called the Curiosity Closet.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, and when you think of Kansas, of course, what do you think of? Reggae music.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all come to the Reggae Fest.
At the Celtic Fox.
Yeah, because nothing says reggae music
Like
or reggae
Irish people
festival
in
like
Kansas.
like the Celtic Fox in Kansas, right? It's like the top things you think of.
Vandal the Land still hasn't opened his vanilla from Lazy Days. He's been chugging it down. He uses it all the time in his smoothies.
My vanilla has been gone for a long time.
Oh, well, I need to be updated.
I was making like orange Julius drinks and putting it in smoothies. Oh, that vanilla is so good. I want to know too, what is the deal with you guys in the vanilla?
I want to know
Do you
what
guys-
love is.
Are you guys like secret vanilla smugglers? Like, how do you get all this vanilla? Because it's pretty expensive stuff. Did you guys like rob a semi truck of vanilla?
There's the sunflower for the
And-
sunflower state.
And if you did, can you send me another bottle?
Yeah,
Because now I miss it, but I can't afford that stuff.
you guys loaded. You need to spread the wealth more. You need to send more vanilla.
I think that's like $20 or so a bottle, maybe more. I don't know.
Jesse says, "I just know a guy."
Ooh. Hey, that's
the
the
punchline
person
to a
call.
joke.
That's the person to call if you need to build a boat. Because if you need to build a boat, I know a guy. Hey, did anybody guess my joke from before? My dad joke?
Jesse says, I couldn't live there. Too many people on the streets. Yeah, there is. There's too
that,
many.
There's that one guy. Oh, was there two?
Yes, us.
Oh.
Too many.
So, oh, did you show him the Capitol? Show him the Capitol.
Oh, okay.
Zoom in on
There's an Indian at the top.
There always is.
In case you didn't see it. And he's shooting towards the north. So my theory is he's shooting the North Star. Because the state motto is to the stars with toil, through toil.
Let's go now.
Okay.
These dudes are looking at me.
Yeah. Well, let's go. That's like got pepper spray too. Okay. Okay, so to avoid being mugged, we jogged to the car. Those are the same guys that were looking at us on the other side of the building.
Yeah, probably just some ne'er-do-wells like us, but you don't want to take a chance. They were kind of shady looking characters. So better safe than sorry, says I. Ooh, you can tell I'm out of shape.
You need to run from more muggers in your life.
Oh, hold on, y'all. Oh, the GPS, is it still going, I wonder?
I don't know.
So we got a new corn-fed vehicle. So we're just figuring stuff out. Let me see if it, oh good, it's still there. So you probably want to just turn here if you can.
Okay. Yeah,
All
I
right.
noticed when we were on,
Oh, it's telling you left, but whatever. Oh, it's closed, so it'd go right.
when we were on the other side of the building, there was two guys watching us. So we went an extra block around to go back to the car instead of going straight back to the car. And Craig noticed that they were coming near us.
I don't know if
on
it was the
other
same two
side.
guys, but they
It was the same two guys.
it did look like they were watching us,
Yeah.
but they weren't up for a jog, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, let me catch up on the chat.
It's good that criminals are lazy.
So the freeway is to the right.
And we know
So,
that
I'd
they
catch
are
this thing.
because lazy days are the laziest of the criminals.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Eric says, Vandal said, who knows a guy? Eric says, I talked to a Jamaican gal today, and when she brought up reggae, the first thing I thought of was Kansas, right? And did you think of not only Kansas, but the Reggae Fest at the Celtic?
Oh.
Is that for us?
I don't know. I hope not. Quarter mile. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Got a traffic stop, y'all. Here, I'll just set this in the door. You guys can make sure they don't abuse us. You want to turn it off, probably.
Oh, okay.
Is he coming my way or your?
You're pulling over the wrong person. It's those muggers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe he saw us running.
Hi there.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Lost?
No.
'Cause you were going the wrong way down a one-way.
Oh, well, we've never been here before.
So we're lost.
We're just heading back to the freeway. We just stopped to see the Capitol.
Oh, okay. You got your driver's license with you?
Yeah. When we were walking around the Capitol building, you might want to look around there because there was two young men they were watching us on one side. So we went an extra block around to get back to our car.
And we were kind of in a hurry to get out of there.
And then they were following us when we came back as well. Let's see. Somewhere in here. There we go.
Alright, is everything correct on here?
Yes.
Alright, I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Okay. All right, taking bets. Is she gonna get a ticket or not? Just kidding. That's mean. I'm sorry. Lazy Days says, "I'm surprised the negative Nancys haven't complained about an Indian atop the Capitol." Well, Jesse, this is the state where they still have high school teams called the Redmen. So Kansas doesn't really care about that type of stuff, I guess. It's weird. Vandal Land says, "Whew, now I'm out of breath after that jog." Eric says, we'll say, "Darn it. You guys making my Agent Orange act up. I should have came out and did PSD for you." PSD? What's that? I know, right, Jesse? And Eric says, "Good awareness, guys. Right on. 2 suspicious folks running alerted the cops." Oh my gosh, says Peterson. Went left on the right.
Alright, man, here you go. I'm not going to write you guys any tickets, okay?
Thank
Just
you.
kind of be careful.
We appreciate it.
And we're going to have somebody go over and check and see what those 2 yahoos are doing.
Okay.
Alright,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
You too.
Yay, thank you, Lord. No ticket. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Vandal says went left on a right. They said we went the wrong way on a one-way street, but we didn't see any signs.
Yeah. But I believe him. It looked kind of funny to me.
Jesse says they will let her go with a warning. Yep, because she's the pretty girl. If it was me, I'd have probably gotten booked overnight. Peterson says, bad boys, what you gonna do?" Eric says,
Could you get the GPS back on?
"Oh yeah.
I'll try not to get pulled over anymore.
I think if you head this straight, you should hit the freeway."
Okay.
Okay. What happened to my camera?
Make a right turn.
How come it went blank? Yeah, let me figure this out.
Did you switch the camera to the other way?
Oh, there we go. We're back. All right. Live chat. Well, hey, you guys got to see a traffic stop on a live.
Yeah, we were ready from some supposed muggers too. So this is an exciting live.
Eric was saying, they get me too. Nah, y'all are good. I bet. Probably no ticket. Oh, well, thank you all for the well wishes. That's maybe why we didn't get it. Personal security detail, says Eric. Oh, PSD. I gotcha. I hadn't heard that acronym yet. LOL, you're not going to live this down now, says Mrs. Lazy Days, the lovely Lisa. New nickname, Wrong Way Corrine, says Jesse. Really great GPS, right?
In a quarter mile, make a slight left turn.
And Eric says, Jesse was right. If I were a cop and you were driving, Craig, you'd get a ticket. But since she was driving, probably why I'm not a cop. And Peterson says, what's next? Well, next we're heading towards Kansas City. We're going to spend the night in, what's it called? Liberty, Missouri, which is basically like North Kansas City-ish. And then tomorrow, we're going to do a little mini tour of Kansas City.
Mini tour.
Hopefully you guys stay with us through this. You know, stay on the live overnight and into the tour tomorrow. Just kidding. Evelyn Newman says, my goodness, what did I walk in on? It's called a bust,
Well,
Evelyn.
we were really surprised how the night's events unfolded.
Yeah, we actually, this day started out, we were just coming to get some dinner, and then it ended up with us deciding to go all the way to Kansas City. And we were kind of wanting to visit, so our pastor of our church, he's in Topeka right now, and he's going to have some surgery tomorrow. Had some different issues, and then one of his issues kind of took a turn for the worse. And so we were going to visit him, and it got too late today by the time we got here. So we decided, hey, let's just spend the night and see Kansas City. We've been in Kansas 2 years and have not yet seen Kansas City, other than we went to a Chiefs game one time. So we decided, hey, let's just stay the night, see Kansas City, and then we can stop in and see the pastor tomorrow after he's recovering from his surgery. Hopefully everything goes real well. Eric says there's lots of gas stations around there. If you criminals want to knock one over on your way out of town. Corn-fed cop night. Sending prayers. Thank you, Evelyn. For us or the pastor? Just kidding. No, we probably need prayers too, but he needs some serious prayers because it's pretty bad what he's going through. Like he was saying before, it almost looked like they were going to have to amputate one of his feet. And then it looked like, okay, they saved it, everything was good, but now he's been in extreme pain, so he had to get rushed up to Topeka. So we're hoping everything comes out well. I mean, he's a young guy. What is he, in his 40s? Probably about my age, right? Mid-40s, I would guess. Lazy Day, Jesse says, wouldn't it be better to see things during the day, or do you folks have night vision? We sleep all day.
It's not as exciting as at night.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, if we went to see the Capitol in the day, what are the chances
Of getting mugged.
yeah, getting mugged, getting a traffic stop, and
I made a joke too. Before we left our car, I said, "Oh, you want to take your wallet so we can get mugged at gunpoint?"
she did say that. And who knows, it might have happened. Evelyn says, "Oh wow, bless his heart." Yes, yeah, absolutely. And he has a wife and some kids. His kids are all grown, but still, one of his kids lives at home still. So it would, this thing is very difficult on all of them. So we're praying for a good outcome tomorrow. Hey, BNC Gardening, welcome in. That's a long name there. BNC Gardening, Experiments, Homestead, and Baking. Good evening.
You should
and a good evening
on
to you.
a couple more things.
Eric says, OMG, Corrine. Yeah, Corrine is pretty rough. Have we seen BNC Gardening before? Tell us where you're from and what's your backstory. Or where you're from. Experiments, Homestead, and Baking is the... that I was reading your title like it was your comment. They said they gave a thumbs up and a laughy face.
I'm starting to do illegal things again.
Oh yeah.
Ticket.
We got to pay for the toll road because Kansas doesn't get enough money already from us. So they got to charge us a couple bucks to get from Topeka to Kansas City. Alabama. All right.
Nice.
Well, welcome in. It's good to see you all the way from Alabama. We just went to Alabama for the first time last year. We just did kind of a quick driving tour of the South. So we didn't get to stay a lot, but we were actually impressed with how beautiful Alabama was. We really didn't know what to expect. We didn't know anything about it at all. Oh, you probably need it. What do you need? A couple bucks?
No, I'd take a ticket first.
Ticket or click it? Just kidding. But yeah, we thought Alabama was a very beautiful state.
I can't reach. Okay.
Hey, everything is legal for a fee, says Eric.
That's true.
Right?
I passed this guy.
Yeah, as long as the government gets their cut, then they don't really care what you do. All the government cares about is, getting a little dip out of whatever money's being made. Or a big dip. In fact, we could call them the Big Dippers. Yeah, what are you all up to? You know what we're up to? We're up to getting in trouble with the law.
With both sides, with the law and the outlaws.
Yeah, and BNC says, yes, it's beautiful here near the beaches, Gulf Shores, Alabama. Clean that windshield, Kareen. Yeah, it is a little dirty. Here, run them on super speed. Yeah. There you go, Jesse, just for you. We'll see if it helps. Kansas is just a dirty, dirty place.
It's a buggy place.
There's bugs everywhere.
Oops, I'm going too fast.
I don't know. I think that helped a little bit. You could still see a squished bug there. That ain't going anywhere. I think that's been there too long. How come this chat doesn't scroll up on its own? Only reason they declared a war on drugs is because they were getting the smallest cut. But we won't talk about that, says Eric.
Too late.
Jesse says, much better, thank you for the windshield clean. Okay, we'll see if we can keep this going to Missouri. Because it's not that far. What is Missouri? It's like half an hour from here or less.
Yeah. Does everybody sing to you, Jesse, that they wish that they had your girl?
Yeah, and what does Lisa feel about that? That everybody wishes they had her. Everybody wishes they had Lisa. Does that make you a little upset, or are you just proud that you got her and everybody else wants her? Lisa says, I am Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. So, here's the question. Where can I find a woman like that?
It's too late for you, mister.
That's such a classic song. And we always love the part. Our favorite part is when he says, I'm clever?
Cool with the line.
But there's a line before that. He says, like, I've been
cool with the lines.
I've been funny, I've been cool with the lines or something. Isn't that how love is supposed to be?
Yeah.
So if you're cool with the lines, you're supposed to be able to get Jesse's girl. You have to look in Roseburg, Oregon. LOL, they just want my jams. That's true. That's
and
true.
your vanilla.
Your jams and your vanilla. Yeah, we need more vanilla, Lisa. We're all out.
Look real sad. Like, do a selfie. Look real pathetic.
Yeah. Oh, you have this thing on your thing.
Oh, yeah, you can't do.
Well, here, I'll
you
flip
can
it
do
around.
A mirror. You can look through the mirror right here.
Oh, okay. Here, look. Here's me without more vanilla.
Oh, doesn't that break your little heart? Oh.
Okay, enough drama.
Speaking of which, he was listening in on a drama during dinner. I was listening to the guys behind me. They were talking about Gordon Ramsay and all this stuff. And he was listening to like a personal drama across the way.
I was listening to these two college kids, a girl and a guy, and she was telling him about all her exes and all this drama that she goes through. It was pretty funny. And I was thinking, I guess she's not trying to get with this guy because I don't think he wants to hear about all her exes. Peterson says, you don't have to work too hard at Pathetic.
Ah, singer.
Who's that directed at? Eric says, ew, LOL.
They don't like your puppy dog face.
Oh. He's saying I look pathetic. Well, that was what I was going for, though.
Yeah. Trying to tug at heartstrings.
Oh. Try your luck to win vanilla on our next live. Okay. 6/17 at 5 p.m. We'll have to remember that. Eric says he was oohing the chick's drama. Yeah, it was pretty weird. She was saying some weird stuff about some guy was like grabbing her shirt, and I don't know, it was getting pretty weird. She was dropping lots of F-bombs too. which is super ladylike. I don't know if you guys knew that.
There's so much going on all around us all the time.
Yeah.
And then directly across from us, there was a couple that was on like maybe a first date or something. But I predict that they're not going to make it because they split the check.
Oh yeah.
So if he was into her, he would pay.
Right?
Yeah.
Set your alarm. It should be about the time y'all are waking up. Probably. Are you talking about waking up from nap number 2 or 3?
Yeah.
She was. Eric said she was clearly friend zoning that dude at best. Right? Yeah, there was a lot of conversations going on around us, and
Yeah, it was a busy
people were
restaurant.
talking really loud. So it's like it's hard for me to focus when they're talking loud. It just makes me want to listen in.
It was okay. What's tonight? Is it Thursday night? Yeah, it's Thursday night tonight, right?
Is it already Thursday? It can't
Yeah.
be. Is it?
Yeah.
What day is it, guys?
Or is it Wednesday?
It's gotta be
No,
Wednesday.
no, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I was just thinking of when the next
Okay.
guests are coming.
Jesse says that new car definitely has some great headlights. Well, thank you. And it's just a new to us car. We're not fancy new car people.
No.
What we scored was a 2014 Honda Pilot, y'all, with only 160,000 miles on it. But you know, Hondas, you can usually get at least 300 out of them, if not 4. So we're hoping it's got a lot of life left in it. What's funny is it's like a really old car, 2014, it's almost 10 years old, but it's probably the fanciest car that we've had since we've been married. Well, no, the Chrysler was the fanciest.
There's even like little seat assignments. You just press a button and the seat automatically adjusts to how you set it. So
Yeah.
Craig has a setting and I have a setting.
Yeah, I'm just happy too, because after all these years, we've got one of those cool trunks that you push a thing on your keychain and the trunk like opens all the way up for you. I've never had those, and I'm always jealous of everybody that has them.
Yeah, who knows but the brand new cars, what type of features they have that we didn't even know that we needed.
Right.
Because this has like way more
Okay,
features than we
Eric confirmed that it is Wednesday. Jesse, however, confirmed that every day is Saturday for us retirees.
did.
Peterson gave a thumbs up to our Honda. Thank you, Peterson. Yeah, we're happy with it.
Yeah, it's really smooth. It's very comfortable.
Yeah, we sold our pickup because we got done refurbishing that house we were fixing up, and we just figured it's time to. I don't know if y'all knew, but we were fixing up a house to sell, and anyway, we had to buy the thing went a lot longer than we expected, and we had to buy more stuff for it, so we had to sell our old SUV basically to fund fixing up this house. So for quite a while we've been just using our pickup. That was our only vehicle, and it's an old pickup. It was an 04, I think, and it was a good pickup, but it was just old, and it was a gas guzzler and not a very comfy ride for road trips. So we were so happy to sell our house, and then we went to dinner, and then on a whim I said, hey, let's go drive through, it was late in the evening, and we're like, let's go drive through some car lots and see what kind of cars, because we were thinking, we might get another SUV down the line somewhere. And then we drove through one lot of a guy who's a friend of ours who actually sold us our last SUV, and then lo and behold, we found
this car.
yeah, we found a couple.
Different one.
Yeah, we found a couple cars that we liked, and it was Sunday night because we had just gone down to Salina for dinner, which is about an hour and a half from us. And anyway, so by now it was like, I don't know, 7:30 Sunday evening, and I just texted him and I said, hey, any chance you'd want to come down to your shop and let us test drive a couple cars? And he was like, sure. And he zoomed right down there, and we found out his little daughter had another friend over, so he had two 5-year-olds running around the house yelling and screaming and doing acrobatics. So he was happy to get a little break, and he was really happy because we ended up buying one of his cars, and it wasn't the first two we had looked at that we test drove. It was this Honda Pilot. What kind of sold us is we knew if we bought another car, we probably wanted to sell our truck, But the problem is we have a trailer that we like to be able to pull around. So this Honda Pilot has a trailer hitch. So that was kind of the deal breaker, the deal closer for us. Once I saw it had a trailer hitch, I was like, oh, sweet. Then we can totally sell our truck because we won't need it. We can pull the trailer with this. And this is actually more powerful than our truck.
Oh, since you guys are hanging on my every word and I had to interrupt Craig to do this, Lecompton is the old Civil War capital of the people that were pro-slavery, not Lawrence.
Okay. So that's here in Lecompton, Kansas.
Ooh, and it's where they keep the skunks.
Oh, man, yeah. Smells like a couple dead skunks here. Okay. Peterson says the Pilot is made in Alabama. Hey, like our BNC gardening friends. Honda makes the best mowers too, says Jesse. Yes, we do, Jesse. Yes, we do. Are you part of Honda, Peterson? You work for Honda? BNC says, yep, there's a Honda factory here. Well, that's cool. I didn't know. Learn something new every day.
A good deal from him.
Yeah. I want to know if Peterson works for Honda. But we also thought that northern Alabama was pretty. We actually were driving through northern Alabama and we were just going to stop and have a little picnic lunch. We had some sandwiches and we stopped and found this really beautiful waterway. I don't know if it was a river or I think it was a river, but it was one of these where it's kind of like dammed up or something. So it has all these little inlets and there were all these pretty homes around it. And we found a little park with some picnic tables nearby, and we were just like, wow, this is so lovely here. And some real beautiful homes along that waterway, whatever it was. Hat Creek Homestead. Hey, welcome in, Hat Creek. We're not super familiar with you. Is that an Arkansas symbol I see on your icon? I feel like that's Arkansas. Where are you all from? And Peterson says, yes. Well, Peterson, what do you do for Honda? Inquiring minds want to know. Jesse says, did you know? No. Zone Accord. No. Oh, that was a good one, Jesse. I like it. Jesse says,
Peterson is the CEO.
What do you get when you wreck a Honda Accord into a Saturn Ion? An accordion. An Accord Ion. You get it? I'll see myself out. No, we like the jokes. We're in north central Arkansas near Mountain Home. Oh, cool. That's a really pretty area. We actually have been through there not too long ago, looking at homes. We hope to leave Kansas either later this year or maybe early next year.
It's all because of Eric that we decided to leave.
Yeah, we're like, Kansas isn't big enough for us and Eric. But we are eyeballing Arkansas a little bit, but we're mostly probably heading toward Tennessee. Although anything can happen between now and then, and we're praying that God guide us where He wants us. And if He wants us to stay in Kansas longer too, then that's what we'll do. Jesse says, I'm thinking of buying a Honda directly from Japan and pay all the necessary tariffs. It'll be my civic duty.
They keep getting worse.
Hey, Jesse, did you know what?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Which Honda vehicle was mentioned in the Bible? Peterson says quality manager for our assembly department. Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
So you're a big shot, huh? You're not just a guy making fences out of telephone poles. Eric says, I have to go, y'all. You two keep being fun and be safe. I'll talk to you later. Bye, Eric.
Bye, have a safe
Nice to see
journey
ya.
home.
What do you get when you mix Nintendo and Japanese cars? Super Honda Odyssey. I don't know about that. Eric says, oh, I see. Jesse says, how do we know the apostles drove a Honda? When the day of Pentecost came, they were all together in one accord. That's what I was going to say, except I was going to use the part about the angels all sang in one accord. That's from when I was a kid in Oregon. Everybody used to tell that. Peterson says, Jesse, you were on a roll. Honestly, Mountain Home is a crap hole. We hate it. LOL. Too many from California coming in.
What's wrong with California?
Hey, don't be mean. I'm half Californian.
Yeah.
Honda made a car called the CRX before. Now they make one called the CRZ. They skipped the one in the middle because the prototype was so bad it made them CRY. It made them cry. My vacuum cleaner wasn't working, so I put a Honda sticker on it so it would suck more. Too good. Hey, I told a dad joke earlier in the live. You probably have already heard it since you're the king of the jokes, but nobody answered it as far as I know. My joke was, what do you call the wife of a hippie? Have you heard that one yet, Jesse? Probably. What do you call the wife of a hippie? Jesse says, why does Cornfed like to roll past the police in a Honda? Because they can't take them out their element. We're not in an element, though. It was too much of a stretch. Hat Creek says, with Jesse and Lisa, we put a Dallas Cowboys sticker on ours. Oh, at Jesse and Lisa. And now it really sucks. I like that. I haven't heard that one, Craig. Oh, I got one he hasn't heard. What's a prostitute doing in the back of a Honda? Oh, no, these are getting inappropriate. So the wife of a hippie is Mississippi.
You know that it's a good dad joke when there's a moment of silence after the punchline is delivered.
Well, I'm sure they're all busting up in front of their computers and telephones.
Yeah, it's just that, just takes a moment to get it, right? That's why there's silence.
B and C is laughing.
Oh,
Do
you know what? You know what? Craig had me drive. Because he always gets a ticket when we're on a trip.
Yeah, so
and
that
he
would
might
have
have gotten a ticket when we were pulled over.
Yep, that's probably true. Yeah, it's true. Like whenever we're out of our hometown, like I always get pulled over, and it's usually for something like really stupid. Like, oh, you went through the world's tiniest construction zone and speed lowered from 35 to 25 there for 100 feet or something like that. Hat Creek says, do you know what you call a two-legged dog? Don't matter, it ain't coming to you. I like that. That's good. Jesse says, what is it called when a politician craps his pants in a Honda? Duty. Already done. Oh, goodness. So, Hat Creek, are you all thinking of splitting, heading somewhere else then, or are you just going to grin and bear it? Yeah, the problem, though, is you're going to find Californians anywhere you go because, they're having that mass exodus of the state because the whole place is falling apart. So they're going everywhere. So I doubt there's a state in the union you can go to where there isn't Californians moving. I'm sure there's more of them moving to certain areas than others, but I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. We're in a town of like 4,500 people, and guess what we've met? Multiple Californians that moved there to this little tiny town. Yep, we've met multiple Californians.
Ew.
That guy I worked with at Pizza Hut, that kid, him and his family just moved there from Sacramento.
Yeah.
And then you and I met some people at Frisbee. you weren't super fond of the wife because, they were from California too.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe that was the same family. I don't know. Okay. BNC subbed at Hat Creek and Lazy Days at Peterson. Awesome. Glad y'all are getting connected. Also, don't forget to subscribe to DIY American and Country City Media and Baby Bear Shorts.
Oh, and lest we forget, like we just sold a house to a family of 8
Oh, yeah.
from Northern
Yeah,
California.
yeah, there you go. The house I was talking about earlier that we've been fixing up, yeah, we sold it to a family of 8 from California. And they moved to the town of Mankato, which is a town of like 1,000 people. It's a itty bitty town. Okay, my husband, Hat Creek says, my husband was born and raised here, and we are homesteading his family's 100-year-old land. It was one of the first homesteads in Baxter County, so we are stuck. Well, that's not true. I mean, I totally understand the connection and it being really hard to leave, but it is possible. You don't have to stay.
You just have to wait for all the relatives to die out and then you can leave.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Jesse. He shared our DIY American. DIY American is our other channel. That's our actual legit channel.
Wait,
The-
Tonganoxie.
Tonganoxie. We're in Tonganoxie, y'all. That's our legit channel that actually we make a little bit of money on. Not a whole lot.
No, we just passed the $5 mark on corn fed.
Yeah, on corn fed we've made our first $5. We're so excited. Well, we just got monetized a couple months ago, so it's coming in slow. Mankato is where Laura Ingalls Wilder lived for a time. Yes, that is correct, although technically that was not Mankato, Kansas, unfortunately. That was Mankato, Minnesota, which is the bigger Mankato. This Mankato, I'm sure, is named after that Mankato, though. We live with my mother-in-law. She lived forever just to annoy me. Yeah, you know what?
They
I
does.
think that's a problem that you share with literally everyone.
Except for you, right?
Oh, yes,
Jay?
yes. I mean, I love my mother-in-law.
You do?
She is awesome. Actually, she is pretty great. I can't complain too much. Not in front of my wife, anyway.
I wouldn't complain either because sometimes she watches our lives. So you better say nice things. You better say, "Oh, she's the best ever."
She is the best. No, she's pretty great. Compared to what I hear from most people about their mother-in-law, I think I got one of the better ones. Was that good?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
good.
Lazy Days says, "Whoop whoop, party time at the corn-fed commune." Why are we partying at the corn-fed commune? Did I miss
we
something?
brought in 8 people.
Oh yeah. BNC is smiling, laughing, sort of. Jesse says, if she's anything like Corrine, she will be awesome.
That's right. That's right. 100%.
Look at this big old truck. That's a 3-trailer. Man, I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Because you made $5. What's because I made $5? That's why we're partying. Okay.
Yeah.
We lost you there. So where are y'all going? Well, we're heading to Kansas City, and we'll actually be arriving there momentarily. We should be getting pretty close. So this day started out with us going into town, the town near us, which is Beloit, Kansas.
We're just gonna vacuum the car and give the dog to Mom because they were spraying. They're spraying some chemicals around our house, and the dog reacts to that. So we were just gonna give the dog to Mom for the day.
Yeah, we were suspicious when the farmers spray the fields around us. We were suspicious that it made our dog sick last time because he got pretty sick, and it was right around the time they sprayed. So we saw him starting to spray, so we asked Mom to babysit him for a couple days, and she loves babysitting it. She loves having that dog. So it started out, we were like, oh, let's go into town and drop off the dog. And then Corrine said, hey, you want to have a little fun and go on a little road trip somewhere? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was thinking like, oh, we're going to go get some dinner, maybe like an hour away. And then we were heading down the road and we were like, oh, why don't we go get our favorite Hawaiian food, which is 2.5 hours away. And we started heading there. And I was thinking, man, it's going to be too late to eat dinner by the time we get there. So I said, well, why don't we just go to Salina, which is an hour away, and get some dinner? We thought about that for a minute. And then she said, well, why don't we go spend the night? And then, because I told her I don't want to drive 6 hours in one evening, because it was already evening time. And I was like, I don't feel up for driving 6 hours. So she said, well, let's get a motel and then we can do some stuff tomorrow. And so I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And we just found out today, too, that our pastor is in the hospital in Topeka. So we thought, well, we should work out into our trip to go visit him because he's having this really serious surgery tomorrow. So anyway, that's kind of how our night evolved. It started with a 10-minute trip into town, which evolved into a 2-day journey to Kansas City. And we haven't explored Kansas City yet. So I was thinking it'd be a good time to explore it since we may be moving.
I need some dollars.
This year or next. I thought this would be a good time to explore it, just for an afternoon. Explore Kansas, both Kansas cities, Missouri and Kansas. Okay, hold on, y'all. I got to get out my money. We got to pay the man. Hat Creek says, sounds like us. I keep at least one set of extra clothes for everyone in my Suburban. Never know we were going to know. Now that's smart. So we didn't do that, right? So we just had to stop at Ross and buy a couple extra things. If we would have been smart. Kansas City barbecue, Peterson says, actually that is what we should do. We were going to get Hawaiian. We love Hawaiian food, but we should get, you're right, we should get Kansas City barbecue because we've never had it.
We should. Are we gonna?
Well, by the way, this is Kareen's birthday month. So she gets to call the shots all month. So we'll eat wherever that girl wants to go. I get no say. How much you need?
I don't know. Hi.
$4. Let me see. I think I got that. Here's a $5. Thank you.
Thank you.
You too. So it costs you $4 to go from Topeka to Kansas City. Yikes. And it's not even that far. Unless you want to take the backcountry roads. If it was the daytime, that's what we would have done. We would have taken the back roads and gone through the countryside. But at night it's a little scary because there are so many critters. And if you don't know about Kansas highways, they do not believe in shoulders. So it's like literally critters will pop out of a cornfield and you have no chance to stop. So we try to avoid the back roads at night, but during the day, that's our main choice. And BNC says, pray for you all, Pastor. Well, thank you. We appreciate prayers. His name is Chad, by the way, if anybody wants to pray for him. My mother-in-law, Hat Creek says, my mother-in-law is from DeSoto, Kansas. So I don't know where that is. We've only been in Kansas for 2 years, so we know most of north central Kansas is where we're at. And we know everything west of us because we've driven to Denver several times to fly out of the Denver airport. That sounds good, Peterson. What did Peterson say? Oh, about the barbecue. Yeah, we'll see if we can talk this gal into Kansas City barbecue.
Well, if they get cornbread, I could be persuaded.
Yeah, she loves cornbread, but it seems like nowadays it's so hard to find cornbread anywhere. Nobody wants to serve it. Jesse says, birthday month, I'm lucky to get a birthday hour. Yes, in this family, we believe in birthday months.
You gotta get a better agent, Jesse.
Yeah, better agent, yeah. Yeah, we try to say that the person gets the whole month and, they get to make most of the choices about where to eat, what to do. It doesn't always pan out, but we try. Actually, we have a term that we use. We call it Geburtstag month.
Why? I don't know.
You can tell we're getting near the city because there's like a gazillion billboards every few feet. Look, there's like another
Hair
billboard.
transplant.
And you can tell we're still in Kansas because most of the billboards are pretty clean. We noticed that once we get to Missouri, the billboards are all for like strip clubs and like adult stores, and we're like, dang, Missouri, y'all are a bunch of dirty.
That's why they call it Dirty Missouri.
What does this one say?
Single-use plastics.
No more one-night stands. Single-use plastics. But yeah, if you all stay with us, you'll probably notice as soon as we cross into Missouri, the billboards get all raunchy. Creek says, it's the show me state. That's true. Yep. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a raunchy billboard in Kansas. Have you? I mean, not that they don't have them somewhere, maybe, but I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing one.
Maybe around Wichita. Probably around Wichita. I don't really recall.
Where we came from in Oregon, man, they were everywhere too. So Oregon's kind of trashy as well. Well, Oregon is the kind of the anything goes state. You know, Oregon has like legalized every type of weird drug you can get, and that's why all of our big cities are like gone to pot.
Literally.
Or actually, I should say they're gone to, what's the one they're all doing now? The polyphenol or something, or what's it called? Fentanyl. So they've gone to fentanyl. Yeah, Creek says, I was born and raised in Missouri. Those are only close to Kansas City, Rolla, St. Louis. Yeah, you're probably right. This is the highway we noticed them on. When we went from Kansas City all the way to St. Louis, because my aunt and uncle live in southern Missouri, actually probably not far from you. They live in Willow Springs, Missouri, which is just, I don't know, 15 minutes from Arkansas. And then I think both of you are in kind of central, right? So yeah, they probably live like an hour from you or something. But yeah, down by them, I don't remember seeing very many billboards like that. Gone to cannabis. Yeah, that's how it started in Oregon. It all started with legalizing marijuana and all that junk. I know exactly where Willow is. I was born and raised in Mountain Grove. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think it's too far from you, right? Willow Springs. And they're from Oregon too. They moved out here around the time we did a couple years ago, and they absolutely love it. They're so happy they left Oregon. We played Willow all the time in school. Oh, okay. It's 18 miles from Mountain Grove to Willow. Oh, so man, that's super close. I didn't realize it was that close. Oh, Waffle House.
Waffle House. Yeah, it's a cute town.
I didn't know they had Waffle Houses in Kansas. Huh. Well, you learn something new every day. I didn't know we had Waffle House. I guess there is one. I mean, it's, almost, or we didn't cross into Missouri, did we?
I don't think so.
I wasn't really paying attention. I've been watching this. I can't read those.
No, because you go through
The city,
Kansas
yeah.
City. Yeah, you go through the Kansas part first, so we would have noticed that.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting too that you'd play teams from other states, but I guess depending on your geography, that might be necessary.
It's a cute town. I like it.
Which-
Willow Springs.
Willow Springs,
Pretty.
yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little place. And they are school bus drivers there.
Mountain Home. Arkansas, right?
Yeah, Mountain Home.
We
was-
loved Mountain Home. That was a great town. We stayed there, and the hotel was so nice and clean. We hadn't been in a nice, clean hotel in a long time.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, I love it here.
Yeah, we were there last winter when it was snowing. And we were impressed with Arkansas. Man, they got out there with their snowplows and they had those roads cleared in no time. It was like super sketchy in Missouri. Like the roads were not plowed. But as soon as we crossed into Arkansas, those roads were nice and clear. I don't know if that's a normal thing, but yeah, they did a good job. Yeah, and the hotel in was the hotel in Mountain Grove? Is that the name of it?
Mountain Home.
Mountain Home.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying Mountain Grove.
Oh.
So I think it was Mountain Home where we stayed.
Yeah.
I don't know, all those names are so similar. They all start getting jumbled in my head. Yeah, I met my ex-husband on the internet. When we divorced, I married his friend and stayed. Oh, that's too much. Village West. Yeah, I think we're just coming into Kansas City, everybody. I live near Mountain Home now. Okay. But anyway, I pretty much know where all that's at. Yeah, when we visited my aunt and uncle too, they also drove us down there one day to get to eat fried fish at some place that's supposed to be kind of famous or something. I don't remember what town that was in. It was a town, they had like a dam with like a waterfall running over it. It was kind of pretty.
It was like such pretty blue water. It looked like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, the water looked like Gatorade or Kool-Aid or something. Fred's Fish House. Does that sound right? That sounds right to me.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think that's where it was. Near Henderson. I couldn't tell you for sure. I don't remember. But that's probably it. It's just like in a little cute kind of downtown area. Like a little like old time downtown. That's probably the place though. I mean, it must be famous if they knew it from all the way up in Missouri. Well, all the way, not that far actually. But also they're newbies, so somebody must have told them about it or something. Well, here's a fun fact. Oh, it says it overlooks Norfolk Lake. Okay. Here's a fun fact. My mother was actually born in Arkansas, in a little bitty town way down in the south. But she didn't grow up there. She was born there, and then shortly thereafter, her family moved out to Oregon. So she's basically an Oregon girl. And we actually looked at a couple homes for sale in Bull Shoals. So I think that's not too far, right? Bull Shoals.
Like how you say that.
Bull Shoals.
Bull Shoals.
Bull Shoals. It sounds like bushels. But says it's like 12 miles from Mountain Home. Okay. We thought Bull Shoals was like super beautiful, but kind of what turned us off was that the town there was like dead. There was like really no stores left. I mean, there was like one little market. There was a bunch of empty buildings. I mean, obviously it had never been a huge city or anything, but you know, when we looked at it on a map, it looked like there was multiple businesses, but when we went there, it was like they were kind of all gone. So it was kind of like, well, anytime you want to go shopping, you got to like drive somewhere. So that was kind of a deal breaker for us, but a really neat lake and like a really good, nice community. It seemed like nice houses and nice folks and stuff. Hat Creek says there are 2 lakes, Bull Shoals and Norfolk. It's all really old people. Mainly retirement age people. Same with Lakeview.
Well, we like the oldies.
Yeah, she likes old people. You know, that's
They're
why
fun.
that's why she likes Jesse so much. Most of our friends are much older than us because everybody our age usually has kids. So it's hard to relate to people with kids if you don't have kids. So we relate more to our friends' parents. But yeah, I totally get why people would want to retire there, because your money's going to go a lot farther because homes are like so cheap there. Says, you want some, we have 10, LOL. Oh, some kids?
Wow, who has 10 kids?
Hat Creek.
Wow.
And Jesse says, hey, I resemble that remark. I have a teenage daughter that might need a new home if she don't stop acting like her mother. That's good. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll adopt her when she's like, 17 and a half. That way we can just have her for like 6 months and then boot her out and then tell her, and then when she gets old, we'll say, oh, don't forget, we're your parents, so
you gotta take care
you
of
got to
us.
come take care of us. We raised you those 6 months. That's what we always joke about. We always say, let's adopt somebody that's like almost an adult, and we can guilt them into taking care of us when we get old. B and C says, we have none either. I'm a caregiver with passion, Mrs. C. Wait, who's Mrs. C? Or is that the name of the company or something? Caregiver with passion, Mrs. C. But we're often thankful we don't have kids, because then it allows us to continue living as kids. We can go on spur of the moment trips. Although it sounds like Hat Creek does too. They just have to be a little more prepared. Me of B and C. Oh, okay. By the way, we are C and C. Craig and Corrine. She says, it's funny how you say that. Our last kid we adopted at 20 years old in Arkansas. CPS can keep foster kids till they are 21, and he worked with my husband, so we adopted him to get him out of the system. Dawn's teenage daughter is working on her Eagle Scout so she can survive living anywhere, Craig. Yeah, that's cool. My camera will not focus all of a sudden. There we go. Well, that's cool that you adopted him. Then, even though he's like an adult, he'll still feel like he's got a family. Because, yeah, I feel sad for kids that age out of the system, because then they become adults and they don't ever really have a family. So that's a really important thing to do. Says, yes, she finished her Eagle project and it only has her hiking merit badge left before her Eagle board of review. That's cool.
Wow, that's
awesome.
an amazing achievement.
Yeah, I thought it was actually like a really good thing when they opened up the Scouts for girls too, because I'll probably offend people, but I think that what the Boy Scouts, the stuff they did was way cooler, and I think my wife would agree with me, more valuable than what the Girl Scouts were doing. Because I think that Eagle Scouts, that's part of the Boy Scout thing, right? I don't think the Girl Scouts do that, do they? You can let me know if I'm wrong. Is she doing that through the Girl Scouts, or is it through the Scouts that used to be called Boy Scouts, but now they're just the Scouts, right? His mom passed away and his dad is in prison for life. He had graduated college and bought a house and was getting married and worked a full-time job. Wow. That's amazing for somebody in his circumstances to do all that. What an accomplishment. They had it open to the girls so Craig could compete. Hey, I don't mind bruising some girls. I'll compete. Whatever I got to do to win. I'll go full Leah Thomas on those girls. through Scouts, BSA, aka Boy Scouts of America, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts have a award called the Golden Award. Yeah, see, that even sounds lamer than the Eagle Scout. But we're not fans of the Girl Scouts either because they're like heavily intertwined with Planned Parenthood. They have like speakers from Planned Parenthood come and speak at their meetings, and they really like lift them up as role models. Like, oh, look at these women that run Planned Parenthood. Like, aren't they so great? You could be like them someday. Anyway, yeah, just not a fan of Girl Scouts. What I've done before is, like, I had back when in my teaching days, I saw one of my students, selling cookies at a store, and she was a Girl Scout. And I told her mom, I said, I don't really support the Girl Scouts, but I do love your daughter. She's an awesome student, so I want to support her. So I said, I want to give her, a few bucks, but I want that to go directly to her and not to the Scouts. She was like, okay, no problem. Hat Creek says, through Scout, oh, we already read that. But it's not nearly as hard to get as the Eagle Scout. Okay. Yeah, I always thought that the Eagle Scout was like quite a prestigious thing to do. I earned my Golden Award, and I was a Girl Scout for 33 years. And my girls did Girl Scouts for 8 years. It was a terrible organization. My son did Cubs at the same time, so... Yeah, I've heard a lot of complaints about it too in just other areas, but we're just not fans just because of the
like,
religious aspect.
Yeah, so they support wicked things, and beyond that, why are the girls part of it anyway? You get like pennies for all the hard work you do selling cookies. You get like pennies for every box of cookies you sell.
I actually can't believe that it's legal what they do, because I actually talked to a Girl Scout one time when she was selling cookies at our place, and I was looking through their catalog, and I was like, well, how many points do you get? And how, they were showing me this catalog where they had all these prizes they could earn. And I did the math on it, and I was like, holy crap, they're making like 5 cents. Oh, look at this pretty view on the river. I was like, they're making like 5 cents for every box of cookies or something ridiculous. Oh, look, hey, everybody, welcome to Missouri.
Bienvenido a Missouri.
So we just left Kansas City, Kansas. We're now in Kansas City, Mo. She says, so when the Cub Scouts opened up to girls, we dropped Girl Scouts like a hot potato. They earn 5 cents a box. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I've always said, like, how do they get away with this on legal grounds? Like, it's basically child labor. They've got this labor force of girls going out doing all their selling, and the cookies are overpriced as it is, and people pay it because of the cute little girls. But you know what? It's funny because me and my wife were saying, like, we love the Dollar General, which those are actually made in where would you say they were made?
Tennessee.
In Tennessee.
It's in,
so they have their store brand.
Goodlettsville.
They have their Goodlettsville, Tennessee. So Dollar General has their store brand of cookies, and they make a whole bunch of cookies that are like the same exact. They're like replicas of the different Girl Scout cookie flavors. So we're like, yeah, I'm so glad they're doing that, because they sell theirs for like half the price of the Girl Scouts.
$2.50 a box.
Yeah. And she says, so all my 5 kids at home are in Cub Scouts or Scouts BSA. I have a Life Scout, Star Scout, Tenderfoot Scout, and then my little ones are Arrow of Light and Tiger Scouts in Cub. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I bet you they learned some valuable stuff. Hey, when I was a kid, I went through a church-based thing. It was like the Boy Scouts, but it was part of the Assembly of God Church. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's called Royal Rangers. And I did that for several years, and that was pretty cool. It's very similar. You learn like different, survival stuff and whatnot. My husband is the Boy Scout Master. I'm the Assistant Scout Master of our girls troop, and I am on district.
Follow that truck. It's got the English muffins we like.
The Thomas English muffins. The one with the nooks and crannies. I am on district council and national committees. We are always camping and hiking. Royal Ranger. Yeah, you've heard of Royal Ranger? Yeah, we did that. I did that when I was a kid. I did it probably from like 5 or 6 years old. I don't remember when I quit. Probably when I was like 9 or 10. I didn't really quit. I think our church was getting smaller and smaller, and I think they just stopped being able to offer it. They just didn't have enough volunteers to run it. Jesse put a link to Dollar General Girl Scout cookies. And yeah, we buy those all the time. But we don't buy the actual Girl Scout cookies. And I think it's sad too that they're pushing them. They're basically, it seems like they're just wanting to train up the next generation of liberal women that want to work at Planned Parenthood or something. They are better than the actual Girl Scout cookies, and they are $2 a box. Yeah, that's way better. So good for the Dollar General. But I said, we were talking about the other day, and I said, I'm glad they're doing that, because before, the Girl Scouts had certain flavors and stuff that you just couldn't get in other brands. So I was like, I'm glad somebody else, came and did knockoffs of them so that people won't have any reason to support the Girl Scouts.
I get some coconut mamoas in my cabinet as we speak. Those are my favorite.
Their new, quote, adventures in Girl Scouts shows the girls how to transition genders if they want. Complete liberal garbage. That's so sick. But you know what? It doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, I'm sure that that's true. Yeah, isn't that funny too? So think about this. They support Planned Parenthood, which does what? Kills babies. So they're basically killing off the next generation of Girl Scouts. And then the ones that do make it past, the survived birth, then they tell them to transition to boys. So then what are they going to do? Then they're going to lose them to the Boy Scouts, because once they're boys, they're going to leave the girls. It's like, are they literally like trying to make themselves go bankrupt? I mean, it was funny because back in the day.
Well, beyond that, they're going to be sterile.
Yeah,
they won't be able
right.
to reproduce and make more Girl Scouts.
Yeah, so it's like they're trying to run themselves out of business. Just like I remember when I first heard that Toys R Us was a huge supporter of Planned Parenthood, and I was like, are they crazy? They're literally wanting to kill off the future kids that buy their toys. Like, Planned Parenthood should be like supporting like the highest birth rate possible, but they were supporting killing of babies. And then, no surprise, a few years later, they're out of business. It's like, oh gee, I wonder why. You're literally targeting your future customers. These companies make no sense, I tell you what. They also have a new adventure called Another World, where they force the girls to go to other religions like Muslim, and you can't earn your rank without finishing it. Ugh. Wow, and people are still involved in this organization. That's pure insanity. Probably the same people that take their kids to these like drag shows at the library where they read them books. You can't fix stupid Craig. Oh, that was mean. Hey,
yeah, you can totally fix stupid Craig. Come on.
Hey, you gotta put a comma in there. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that you're targeting me. It's so gross, Zachary. So glad we got out. Yeah, us too. Yeah, it's sad how sometimes people don't want to leave these organizations because, they've been with them for so long. And I understand that. It's hard, especially if you put in a lot of work.
People that you go to church with and you tell them, hey, we don't eat Girl Scout cookies because we don't want to support that.
Yeah.
Because we know that they're heavily into Planned Parenthood. You tell these to people who go to church with you and don't support Planned Parenthood. Well, they actually do, but say that they don't want to support Planned Parenthood, but they'll just say, oh, yeah, but my grandkids do it, so I go ahead and buy them.
Yeah.
I don't know what it takes for people to just
to wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank God that you guys are waking up or have woken up. You got woke, yo. You can't fix stupid, comma, ... Craig. Thank you, Jesse. You can't fix stupid, but duct tape can muffle the sound. Says Hat Creek. You can't fix stupid Craig either. Oh,
Aw.
you're gonna make me cry.
Well, you shouldn't be offended because there's no such thing as stupid Craig, because Craig is brilliant.
I did land this chick, so I must have something on the ball.
Something wrong with
Actually, it was just my big black car. That's what she liked. When she met me, I had a big black convertible, and it was shiny.
I asked him to marry me on the spot when I saw
Yeah,
the
she saw my car, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta get me this car." And she figured it was cheaper to marry me. Well, joke was on her because I've cost her millions. Just kidding. Speaking of horrible organizations, look, there's Target. Boo. Boo, Target. Yeah, we made a little video on our channel. We went into our Target in Kansas, and I thought, well, surely it won't be that bad here in rural Kansas. Nope, I was wrong. As soon as I walked in the door, huge, massive display of all their sick, perverted, transgender crap for kids. It was gross. And yeah, right at the entrance, so make sure everybody sees it. That's not what I thought you were going to say, LOL. Now I'm not sure what you're talking about.
A big black what?
Oh no. You guys are.
Hey, this is a family show.
This is a family show. Get your minds out of the gutter. I wish I had Craig's girl, just doesn't have the same ring to it.
I wish that I had Craig.
You could say, yeah, you could say Craigie's girl. That's what my mom still calls me. My mom still calls me Craigie, even though I am 40-some years old, and we're not going to say exactly how many.
Are we there yet?
Well, I appreciate you guys making this whole journey with us, all the way from Topeka, all the way
All the way from getting
to wherever we're at now.
run down by muggers from the police, running from the police, and then here in Missouri.
Yeah, hey, if there's one thing you can't say about our lives, I mean, they may not be the best lives ever, but you can't say they're boring. When we're getting chased by muggers and then pulled over by the cops. And
That's like our real life, Our lives on YouTube, they're not the best, they're not boring, and our lives in real life, it's not the best, but it's not boring.
What is Jesse's girl, or I think she meant, what if Jesse's girl was Stacy's mom?
That's true.
We can only hope. We had to stay just in case we needed to bail you out of jail. Oh, well, that's a true friend. Yeah, that's mind-blowing. What if it was Stacy's mom? What's funny is we have a neighbor named Stacy, and her mom is, probably like, 60, 70 years old. We always joke, like, I wish that, or Stacy's mom has got it going on. Even though she's like, probably not got too much going on. Well, I shouldn't say that. Who knows what she's got going on?
Stacy.
Yeah, Stacy, the 2 houses down.
Oh, okay, I know.
What's her mom's name? I can't even think of her name.
Well, it's not Carolyn.
It's not, actually, we don't know what Jesse's girl's name was, right? In the song, it doesn't say.
Yeah.
Just like Stacy's mom. We don't know who either of these girls are. QT. Oh, we better get some gas. That QT is pretty cheap. Was that the next exit, or where was that?
It said 13 miles, I think. I'm gonna get on another route.
Are you injured? Mike's got this. That's what that billboard said. Oh, I forgot to show him oh, hey, there's a Christian music station sign. So, see, they're not all trash billboards in Missouri. Actually, I haven't even been paying attention, so I don't know if if
I
they are
haven't
this
seen
time.
a trashy one yet.
Oh, Corrine says she hasn't seen a trashy one yet. That's good. Liberty, 2 miles. Oh, there was that QT right there.
Oh, sorry.
And there's the QT right there.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
16 on the right.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a gas station at our exit.
Yeah.
I think everybody fell asleep. The chat went quiet. It's probably about time to say goodnight, everybody.
Yeah, we gotta.
Because we're
get
almost at
some
our
drinks,
hotel.
Too. Parched.
All of a sudden a whole bunch of messages popped up. Jesse says, although his friend who unwittingly inspired the song was called Gary, the singer decided to change the name of his love rival to Jesse, a name he'd spotted on the back of a softball shirt.
Really?
I almost called, this is a quote, I almost called the song Randy's Girl, he says with a laugh. Well, what's wrong with Randy's Girl?
That sounds kind of dirty.
Randy's Girl. Yep, that was good old Rick Springfield. I'll never forget that guy. The one-hit wonder that will live on forever. All right, well, we gonna say goodnight, y'all.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for coming all the way from Topeka, Kansas, to the Ford dealership
Liberty.
in Liberty, Missouri. There it goes. Boo Ford. We don't like Ford because they were intertwined with the Nazis, and they're still a pretty questionable company. Thanks for the excitement tonight. Hey, anytime, brother. All right, y'all have a blessed night. We love you.
Yes, thank you guys.
And thanks for tuning in. Hat Creek says, speaking of things that suck, Ford. And Lisa says, good night. Watch out for strangers around the hotel. We will keep our eyes open. All right. Thanks, everybody. Peace out.